local weather with the KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back, everyone, into KX News at 4. And yes, we are seeing some snow showers already on the map, kind of mixing in with a little bit of that rain that you're seeing to the north and east of the Magic City. And I do want to zoom you in a little bit tighter just to show you where we're seeing more of that well-defined band of snow showers. And it's very much temperature dependent. Temperatures up near the Canadian border kind of supporting a little bit of a wintry mix, given that we're seeing temperatures in that neck of the woods closer to the mid to upper 30s. Of course, nothing is really accumulating on the ground or even the grassy surfaces, and we're not expecting that to be the case even as we continue to see some chances for snow showers mixing in through the course of the next several hours. I do want to bring you another live look at Lake Meteorologist. Maybe tough to see, but yes, there are some snowflakes mixing in there just because of where we're seeing that band of snow moving in right now. Of course, you can notice not sticking to the grassy surfaces, again, just because of where our surface temperatures have been the past several days and where they are right now. Now, you also may be noticing some of those snow showers becoming a little bit windswept, and that's because we're still dealing with a bit of that decent breeze here out of the northwest. So that northwesterly flow of winds bringing us sustained wind speeds anywhere between 25 to even 30 miles per hour. Gusts we've seen upwards of about 45, and we're about at the peak or the height of our expected wind gusts going through the rest of this evening. But just to show you a little bit of that, as we get closer to, say, 6 o'clock in the evening, not going to see much more in terms of those shades of purple on the map, meaning we'll be back down to, say, anywhere between 35 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So I guess that's the silver lining in all of this, is on the backside of this clipper system, we're not going to notice as much of a presence of those gusty winds. But as we get closer to 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, could still see a few strong pulses of 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts, especially kind of closer to the far northwestern corner of the state. But I do want to bring you into precision cast. A lot of this is going to be very much temperature dependent and location dependent. But we still have the potential of seeing more of that wintry mix going into 10, 11 o'clock this evening as the back edge of this clipper system continues to swing on through. As we get closer to, say, 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, I certainly can't rule out a little bit of some flakes mixing in kind of along I-94 there between Dickinson and Bismarck. But the further west you are located, the lower your chances for anything in terms of precipitation will be yet again, which has kind of been the progression or the trend through the course of the last several systems. But don't be surprised if you wake up to a little bit of that mixing. Should there be any accumulation, it'll likely be very location dependent up closer to the Turtle Mountain region. So that means it's very elevation dependent, and even then, not really expecting anything more than a little bit of a dusting or so. Regardless, looking at Williston's next 5, this will result in temperatures being only into the upper 30s, low 40s going into tomorrow. Beyond that, hard to believe we're putting a 60 on the map for Sunday. As we look at Dickinson's next 5, very similar pattern and story. Only 38 degrees for your high going into Halloween, 61 for your Sunday. Here's Minot's next several days, still reflecting those temperatures into the 40s. Beyond that, a brief pulse of the 60s for Sunday and then 50s. Now, looking at Bismarck's next several days, still that potential of seeing some low 60s in the forecast for Sunday. As a reminder, we set those clocks back early Sunday morning, and if it means we can get a 60 in the forecast there briefly, I don't think I mind that we're getting that clock back an hour.
It's kind of a trade-off, I know. It's get that extra hour of sleep, but yeah, it does mean, hey, the sun is getting a little earlier sunsets now and everything.
Earlier sunsets, it means we're getting closer to accumulating snow season, which I know none of us are looking forward to.
The darkness is moving in, the darkness, the cold, everything else. It makes it feel more like fall and then winter, of course.
At least it's not like Alaska, where there are points in times where they have 24 hours of darkness.
Yeah, that's when the vampires like it. Vanessa, thanks so much.